In your opinion, what do you believe Rashid is carrying around in his backpack?
More scouter.
Spare scouters.
Yeah, because
just in case.
They've got to be shattering all over the place, so he's got to just put them in. I guess they would shatter in his backpack too, huh?
I don't know. Maybe he has
protective cases.
Maybe he has protection for his scouters.
Okay.
I just think it's his lunch. Yeah, I like that.
Just his lunch.
Just his lunch. It's what he's gonna eat later.
Knowing the way they made Rashid, it sounds like that. No, you know what? He has his fight stick in there.
His fight stick.
Because someone said he's almost kind of like a parody of fighting game like players or something like that. You know, because he's always on Twitter and everything or something. So
he does not seem like a deep character.
Not as deep as Laura in any case.
Oh,
right?
certainly not.
Exactly.
I like to think his lunch is a Reuben.
It's a Reuben, huh?
A tasty Reuben sandwich.
Okay.
The king of all sandwiches.
Not Dunkaroos?
No.
Not Dunkaroos? Not a Capri Sun?
No. He's a fancy guy. A Reuben sandwich.
Okay.
I think the Reuben is the king of sandwiches.
You know what? I don't know if
And I think that corned beef is the king of all beef. I would have corned beef over a steak.
Is Reuben corned beef?
Yes.
I don't know if I've ever had a Reuben sandwich.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
I don't know if I've ever had
It's like you saying, what if I came to you and said, James, I've never had noodles. Never had rice. That's what you're doing to my heritage right now.
Alright, how's this? I'll go get a Reuben sandwich very soon.
We need to have a Reuben sandwich date.
Let's just go
and
to
we'll get a knish.
Dude, Santa Monica Bay City's deli, right? I mean, it's always like
you got it, man. We'll pick up some bagela.
Get a Reuben sandwich over there.
Maybe a nice bialy.
I don't even know if I've ever had corned beef before, so.
Unbelievable.
I do love me some pastrami, though. I do.
Well, pastrami is not so different.
They look like kind of the same,
the
right?
fattier version of
It's like beef. The pork version of corned beef, right?
No, it's also beef.
Is pastrami beef?
Yeah.
I always thought it was. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, pastrami is beef. I mean, maybe that you can probably make a pastrami out of a pig. I don't know, but typically it's beef.
Well,
typically it's cow.
Look, it doesn't matter to me. It's meat. I'm fine with it.
It doesn't matter to you. I see. Well, for some of us, that distinction is relevant.
Fair enough.
Anyway, let's talk about Killer Instinct.
Sure. Actually, let's save that for last. Let's talk about that, the last thing on the show.
Maybe we'll postpone it till tomorrow morning. Or maybe it already is tomorrow morning where some people are located.
All right,
let's talk about Killer Instinct because there is definitely some really cool stuff going on.
They have previewed 2 of the brand new... Okay, first of all, let's just say this. Season 3, last week, we were like, when is it coming out? We don't know.
Yeah.
They weren't announced. Well, they've officially announced it now. Season 3 is coming out on March 29th. Improved graphics, improved lighting. Start of the season 4, there's going to be 4 characters right from the get-go, brand new characters, which are Rash, Kim Woo, and the 2 recently showcased and announced characters, Tusk and Arbiter.
Right. So Tusk, they're going to go over more. They said like maybe later this week or next week.
Did you see the video? I saw a video demonstration of him already.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did, and I think he looks like the perfect entry point for me into Killer Instinct because he just has some beefy looking buttons. They have super armor on them.
Well, it's not even super armor. He has like a weird parry built into it.
It's like a deflect or whatever. Yeah, that's really cool. And command grab.
Because if you think about it, if it's a deflect, regardless of what button gets parried, it's going to trigger the same response.
Right,
so you're always going to get punished. So it's a little different.
No, you're right.
So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to hearing more about him. But today they went into Arbiter. On the stream. Mm-hmm. Really, really cool ideas in that character.
So I know Keats is in the chat. Can someone actually confirm? Because when I saw the Arbiter footage, it looked a lot like Aganos. It looked like it was zoomed out because he was tall.
He is. It looks tall.
He was very tall, and Jago looked particularly small. It felt kind of like it was a similar Aganos treatment.
Oh, yeah.
That Arbiter actually shrunk the screen a little. So
I'm not sure. Maybe this guy can answer.
Yeah. So we'll wait till see if he answers it or not. So.
Okay. Well, in any case, I think it's so basically. this character is from Halo, and I didn't play a ton of Halo, but I definitely did play some of it. Okay, so the camera is zoomed out, but not as far as with goes. Okay, fair enough. Dude, they got the exact sound effects.
Oh yeah,
the shield and the shield returning and like the gun.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
It is. I don't know why that surprised me because it's obviously Microsoft, but that's super cool.
Yeah, I mean, it probably was like how we felt when we saw Ryu in Smash Brothers, and everything was the. I'm sorry, it's when we saw Ryu in Smash Brothers, and he had all the CPS2 sound effects.
Yeah.
So the Arbiter's doing the same thing.
Right, Arbiter's doing that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but that's really cool. So he has this gunshot. He has sticky bombs like in Halo, and you can use those bombs to put on the opponent, but they blow up, and when they blow up, it blows both of you up.
Right.
Except he also has like a shield that he puts on that ignores projectiles, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it absorbs a hit. It just looks like it absorbs a hit.
Okay.
So basically, when you get hit, that shield takes damage instead of you.
Right. But it's real life. Keats took lots of pains to point out that it's like it's actual life.
Yes.
You're like getting more life. Anyway, so that means that you can set up all sorts of crazy crap. Yes. And when you have that shield on, apparently he has a wake up move that's like it blows up. He has a bomb that blows up, but it also blows him up.
Yeah.
But if you have this shield up, then it blows up, but you don't care.
Right.
Because you have a shield.
Right. So if you hit him with the sticky bomb, turn on your shield, then you can combo him, and it'll blow up in the middle of the combo, and it doesn't matter. And the bomb cool. Recaptures.
Yeah, the bomb recaptures.
Did you see the setup that he did?
Yeah,
he hit him with the bomb, did the flip out, and then he threw him again, and the bomb blew him up out of the air, and so he got this big old combo afterwards. Right. That was actually pretty sick.
He looks like a really interesting character for sure. Lots of big, sort of space control-y looking mid-range options, but then also some really tricky looking up close stuff, some shenanigans, some sort of like it seems like you have to lab it up and find some cool setups for yourself. So I'm definitely in there on that.
And he's got a really interesting combo trait, the gun. That how he shoots the 3 extra shots afterwards, so that you only have a certain number of shots.
Right.
And after you shoot them all, they go away.
Right.
By the way, I just want to point out something. The video that I saw, it was an IGN video. I'm not sure who Keats was talking to at the time. I wasn't sure if it was Vin Cognito or if it was somebody else. But the guy was like, do a combo on me. And so he did this combo with the Arbiter, right? And it did about like 30-some%. The same thing happened in the Tusk video. And when he did the Tusk combo, that did 75%.
I saw that.
He did 75% of his life.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Jesus. So that is going to be the hard-hitting character right there.
So Keats likens mid-range Arbiter to CVS2 Eagle.
Interesting. Okay.
Which is a very cool mid-range character.
Oh, yeah. That's actually really cool. Okay.
Very fun mid-rangey character.
I mean, look, obviously, it's like, oh, here's a guest character from Halo. But, they did it in a really neat, interesting way. It's like they did it in a way that maintains the spirit of the character.
Right.
But at the same time puts a lot of really cute, like, killer instinct-y things into it. I mean, they did the same thing with Rash. Like, Killer Instinct Season 3 feels way more juggly, right? And I think it was... I forgot if it was Keats or somebody told me that basically the mindset that Adam had while making this game was that Season 1 is Alpha 1, Season 2 is Alpha 2, and Season 3 is Alpha 3.
Okay.
And Alpha 3 got way more juggle.
Right.
So they added all this juggle stuff. And then Rash just became like, he's like the juggle monster in the game. So, it's just really cool. And they kept to Rash's spirit. Like, he has all the funny, cool things that you would expect Rash to have. And he fit in the Killer Instinct world really well, so really good job.
I'm interested in Tusk, not just because of those deflecting buttons and the command grab and whatever, but also because of the knockdown into the pursuit, and like the...
Right.
Because it's breakable, but it's just like the most basic binary version of that mix-up possible.
Yeah.
Are you going to combo break or not?
Right.
There's no like extra, like what's going to happen. It's just like yes or no. That's all. I feel like that's a great way for me to like get into KI with.
Right. I mean, there's probably going to be one break opportunity beforehand because that's just they refuse to prevent you from doing that. But I'm wondering, like, is it always worth going for? Because that's what I was wondering. Like, basically going for that pursuit is like, I'm initiating guessing game time,
Yep,
you know?
It's time to guess either way. I don't know.
So I'm wondering if it's just worth it to never try to break it, or, you know, how that's going to work. Like, I hope the damage on the pursuit is, like, really beefy.
I think it is.
Okay. But yeah, there is Tusk gameplay footage. I saw it out there. I don't know where it is. Maybe it wasn't supposed to.
It was on IGN.
It was on IGN. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And his Oki is really mean. Okay.
Cool, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing more about that character.
Yeah, for sure.
Arbiter definitely looks like a really interesting character. You know, again, for me, just as in the perspective of coming into KI for the first time, I don't think it's a character that I'm going to be able to play at the start. Okay. It just seems like it's more...
I don't know. I feel like he's going to get a lot of damage from that mid-range zoning game. You're just going to get a lot of hits.
I don't feel like he seems like a big setup character. Like you have to really spend a lot of time with the bomb.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
That's my only thought about that.
Okay.
But really interesting character, for sure.
Right.
For sure.
Okay. Yeah, no, but again, awesome designs. Those are just the first 4 characters. Every season has had 8 characters and then like a 9th bonus character, right? So Shadow Jago turned into the first season's bonus character. I always felt like Omen was kind of the bonus character in season 2. And so, you know, I'm expecting 8 characters out of season 3, and then maybe they'll add an extra 9th character, you know, in a way. So, but again, the character designs, you know, have been super interesting.
Yeah.
And season 3 feels really different, so that's going to be really cool.
Well, Keith says that he thinks Arbiter is not hard to play. Extremely easy.
Okay, there you go.
The management stuff comes to you really fast. All right.
Perfect. I actually thought they were going to give him an Eltnam kind of reload system.
Yeah.
You know, when I first saw him shooting the guns, like I thought they were going to have like a reload system, but guess not. Okay.
Guess not. Okay.
Well, there you go. So that's the Killer Instinct news. That is season 3 launching on March 29th. If you already own the Xbox One version, you will get that for free on the PC.
Right.
But it is also... Is that March 29th date include the PC version?
I was just going to ask. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I just closed the tab, so let me reopen the tab and see if I can find out. Or Keats will tell us in the stream. Let's see here. I don't see anything about the release information here.
March 29th for Windows 10 and Xbox One. Got it.
There you go.
Got it. Helps to have the dev in your studio.
One of the main designers in the studio talking about it. So, yeah, there you go. So it'll be out for both of those. Definitely check that out, especially if you haven't had a chance to, because you rightfully so don't own an Xbox One. So there you go.
Yep, if you're like almost everybody who doesn't, it's time to get in there. No, I really think so. I think a lot of people should try this out.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it.
It's really funny because I remember talking to one of the guys at KI World Cup, and they were like, you know, I was like, PC version, you know, maybe the scene will blow up. And they're like, yeah, but you know, when Ultra Street Fighter 4 first showed up on PC, it wasn't that big of a deal, whatever like that. And I was like, dude, nobody owns the console to play this game. It's a really big deal that it's coming out on PC. It's not even comparable to a lot of the other games.
I agree.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so I think the the community will blow up pretty big. And like I said, I mean, I hung out at the World Cup. They're an awesome group of people. So
all right.
Really a cool community.
All right. Well, Keats can go to sleep.
All right. Let's talk about another game that's had a major update. In fact, just today, right?
Yes, indeed.
Mortal Kombat Extra Large XL has come out, and that is the new Combat Pack 2 with a bunch of changes to it, a bunch of gameplay tweaks to it. But most notably, of course, the 4 brand new characters, all coming out today, all playable, all purchasable right away. You didn't have to wait for them one by one. They're all here. That is, of course, the Alien, the Xenomorph, Leatherman, Quadborg, and Bo Rai Cho.
Man, Bo Rai Cho is such a card.
Is such a what?
A card. I called him a card.
Okay.
Have we talked about him? Was he shown before last time?
Yeah, we talked about it a little. We talked about how he has all the fart cancels and that, the fart is so stinky that it like does the stun thing.
Yes, it causes stun and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
So anyway, so I tried him out. Came out last night, effectively. And I tried out him. I tried out Leatherface. I tried out all the different cyborgs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really interested in Boraicho. So basically he has one variation that's like the obvious one. Bartitsu, and that's just he has a cane, he has range.
Right. Yeah.
He played there's mild tricks about it, but it's like
I
nothing
saw
long-term
CR Dragon
crazy.
put out like a 40% 1 meter damage combo.
Damaging.
Yeah.
He has a lot of range, fast stuff. Seems like a good character. But the others are really tricky and are going to take a lot longer to figure out cool stuff for, including lighting your farts on fire and when to do that.
Right.
Continue drinking so that you
Don't
postpone
puke.
the barf in favor of getting more moves and better moves and whatever. A lot of really cool stuff with that character. I tried out the cyborgs.
Okay.
That's the character that I'm most interested in. One of my favorite characters in any game is Cyrax. Traps, command grab, and MK9. He's a cyborg. Sick movement. That's the 4 that I look for.
Right. Robot. Oh yeah, you said cyborg. Never mind.
Whatever. Robot.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Farsies. God. Someone said that last week. Still the greatest, most
Farsies.
genius thing ever. Yeah.
Excellent
Farsies.
pun.
Yeah.
So Cyrax seems like a fun character. Probably has a lot of crazy tricks with the bomb. Bombs are low. They're not unblockable anymore.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So he might be able to set up hard to blockables.
Exactly. So you put the trap out, right? The net's there, then the low, then the jump in punch, whatever.
Or just run up overhead.
Back to whatever.
Like that, yeah.
Right. So you can definitely see where that's going. And he has a lot of damage. We've already found some big combos for him. Cool movement. I like the character a lot. Sector seems like he used the zoning variation more or less, which makes sense. That's the character. And then Smoke has sick movement. Actually, that character has super cool movement.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a string that like goes forward and then all the way to the other side, like Smoke obviously to the other side and attacks. But it does that on whiff as well. So button then Smoke to the other side, or of course you don't have to do the follow up to the other side. So you're just like playing tricks constantly. And anyway, really cool looking character. But the one that puts them all to shame is Cyber Sub-Zero.
Yeah, I saw your tweets earlier.
I'm worried.
I saw some trepidation.
I'm a little worried about that character. Dang, he has a lot of options.
Yeah.
So he has a dive kick. He has 2 dive kicks. Okay, different angles, so they go different ranges. So if you're jumping from one spot, unlike all the other characters, you don't know where he's going to go. Very fast recovery on whiff. On block, you can make it safe if you time it at the right spot against most characters. But it's an overhead, and the ice bombs are lows, and so it's just super obvious that he has immediate crazy mix-ups. You don't have to even think about it.
Right. You don't even have to be Sonic Fox in the first hour.
You look at him for 2 minutes, and you're like, oh, here's the mix-up. That's literally what happened. I was streaming while I was doing it, and I was figuring out the moves, and I was like, oh. I see where this is going. And also really good neutral jump punch that like hits the floor.
Right.
He has a forward 2 that's like half screen, safe, knocks down, super fast. You're just poking super fast.
Okay.
He has Sub-Zero slide. That's his wake up.
Okay.
He has way faster Sub-Zero ice ball. And it chips, unlike Sub-Zero.
What? Really?
You have to put he has these little drones that he calls. You have to have a drone. But yeah, it chips and it does more damage. It does damage over time when you freeze people if you have a drone.
Oh, jeez.
I'm telling you, like the options in there are too many. I'm worried about that character.
Let me ask you this question, just so for people out there who don't know.
Yeah.
So obviously, Triborg is the 3 variations, but Cyber Sub-Zero is the 4th variation.
Right.
How do you pick the character?
Up, Y.
Okay.
Wait, no. What's Y? I did this last night.
Up top button.
Yes.
There you go.
Up top button.
I couldn't tell.
Triangle in PS4. That's what it is.
Yes, triangle in PS4. Yes, for sure.
I have no idea what it is on Xbox.
Xbox, dude. Oh, God.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's where I got it.
It is Y. It is Y on Xbox. Okay. Because the buttons are flipped from the Super Nintendo.
Right.
A and B. So it's A and B on Super Nintendo and A and B on the Xbox 360 and Xbox One. And then it's X and Y and X and Y on...
Did they just turn it?
No, they just took these buttons and flipped them like this. So the worst part about it is they flipped them in the pairs. The XY and the AB are the pairs. Because even on the Super Nintendo, you remember they had the little circles around those pairs of buttons to kind of give you the idea these are the main ones. So they flipped them. Dude, I'm telling you right now, when I played the Prince of Persia, the new one, the one that's like cell shaded, and all of the battles were like quick time events, and you had to hit the... Dude.
Impossible.
I screwed up on that so many times because I'm so ingrained on the Super Nintendo buttons.
I feel like I'm not ingrained in any anymore. I just don't know.
You know what? I will say this. On the PlayStation, did you play Parappa the Rappa?
Well, I played it, sure.
Okay, because that was the genius game. Because the buttons were the worst names ever. Shapes. Like, that just meant nothing. But they came out with Parappa the Rappa, and that made you memorize which buttons were which. And that was really smart.
I don't remember them now, but yeah.
Only problem is that in Japan, they still have it right. In Japan, circle is yes, and X is no. In all the games that come out in Japan, when you hit circle, it's yes, because it's a circle, and you hit X for no, because it's an X. In every PlayStation game in America, for some reason, they decided to change it for US. X is always accept, and circle is always no. I know this because I imported a lot of games on the PlayStation 2.
I never thought about this.
And it got really confusing. You would always hit the wrong button. Because, it was... I just don't understood why circle was not always yes and X was always no.
I feel like I press the right face button for no.
Right, and in Japan...
Just whatever it is. Whatever that button is called. I have no idea.
But in Japan, that was yes.
That would mess me up.
Yeah,
Because again, I don't know any face buttons at all. My hand goes here when I want to say no, and it goes here when I want to say yes.
I'm pretty sure that's why they changed it in the U.S. because I think everybody was with you because that's how the Super Nintendo worked.
Okay.
You know, that's just kind of how it works. So.
Anyway, Leatherman.
Sorry. Going on. Yes.
Anyway, so Leatherface seems like. Basically, he has half-screen overheads, a bunch of them.
Dang. Okay.
And they're like 20 to 30 frames startup. Okay, so like not fantastic. Their overheads.
SNES was backwards. Yeah, that's right. SNES A was the side button, which was yes. Yeah, so it wasn't that way. So I don't know.
A was yes.
Yeah, because A was accept and B was back.
What was B? Where was B?
B was at the bottom.
That what?
Anyways,
sure?
Okay, forget it.
Leatherman. Anyway, so Leatherface looks like he has a lot of good normals. Looks like he can sort of zone with all the buttons, but against better overheads. And he has a very fast low special that you can sort of mix up with. Cool looking mix-ups in there. He has a hard dedicated zoning variation that seems like it's probably good. I don't know how interesting it is. Lady.
Oh, it's
Pretty Lady.
Oh, Pretty Lady one. Okay. Because I heard he chucks chainsaws in that one.
Yes, he has infinite chainsaws. That's right.
That's awesome.
That's right. Just chucking a lot of chainsaws. There's a low projectile, which is really good. Really good.
Really?
And it's like 8 or 9% damage.
Is it kind of like Ferritor, like the slide when you toss? It's actually a low?
It's actually a low.
Okay.
Yeah. Really good. And then he has a command grab one that has definitely some weird tricks in there. I haven't looked into Alien yet. Okay. I haven't had time. So I can't tell you anything about that character yet, but...
yeah, that's the best picture, by the way, of course. You know, that shows that on the Super Nintendo, X is on the top.
Yeah.
On the PlayStation, X is on the bottom.
Yeah.
On the Dreamcast, the X is on the right. And on the Xbox, the X is on the left.
I already forgot which ones you said.
Anyways, continue.
Man.
Xenomorph, did you mess with him?
No, I didn't really mess with the alien.
Okay.
They just call him Alien.
Oh, they just call him Alien? Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So I couldn't tell you. What I wanted to do also was to get into a little bit of the actual balance changes.
Yeah.
Because some of them are interesting.
Yes.
But they didn't put out the patch notes in time.
What for you to mess with it then, right? Because I
mean,
saw
like,
the
for
patch.
now. Oh,
no,
are they out now?
I saw the patch notes. Yes, Perfect Legend just tweeted them out.
Oh, okay, great.
Here, let me go
didn't
find
see them
them
before I left.
Find them then. I don't know how to find Perfect Legend because it's like Perp 3 Legend, all these things, isn't it?
Is it? I have no idea. Okay. Just look up Carl White, man. Yeah, you already got him.
You got him? Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, no, he's just Perfect Legend. Okay. Maybe I mistook it for his new nickname. Okay.
Zoinks.
Let's see. Where did he tweet this out? There we go.
Oh, there you go. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, there's some really, really crazy stuff in here. There's some.
So I want to give them props first of all for the netcode, because
Yes.
that netcode. I remember this excuse from them when the game first came out, that they couldn't do anything like rollback style netcode just because of the way the game was coded.
Mm-hmm.
I remember thinking like, what? That doesn't sound right. But then they had to actually make changes to the game engine and to how the characters work. Yeah,
oh,
they really had to
really?
make changes
Okay.
to make that work. So this like new netcode is not just some facade. It's like they had to really go in and change a lot of stuff to make it work.
Okay, good stuff.
So that is awesome.
Okay.
On top of that, they just sort of like nerfed offense.
Yeah, okay, let's go over some of these changes here. So they reduced chip damage from most normals. They reduced meter gain from having normals blocked. So in other words, defense is a little stronger now, right? But you don't get as much meter.
Right.
So I feel like the matches will last a little longer or something like that. So round timers now operate in real seconds. Neutral jumping attacks are more negative on block on the way up. So if you do instant neutral punch, you don't get this like super free combo that's like safe on block or whatever like that. This one's really interesting to me. After a breaker or a block breaker, stamina is removed from both players.
Right.
So it's not just the guy who broke, but the other guy as well.
Because
right?
yeah, exactly. So what used to happen was you would break a combo and then the other guy just runs
run
back
back in. Right.
Here I am.
Yep.
So this gives you a little bit more value.
Yeah, so that's really interesting change.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting change. Stamina now starts to refill 2 seconds after a breaker, down from 2.5 seconds, and at a 50% faster rate.
Right.
So after a breaker, the action just gets in a little bit better, quicker. They lowered the trade priority of most jumping attacks, increased hurt regions after their startup frames.
So jumps are a little bit worse.
Yep. Reduced the meter gain on most multi-hitting strings and some multi-hitting special moves. Interesting. It sounds like they're trying to reduce the amount of meter gained in this game. Grab background interactions now function as true command grabs, which can combo from a hit.
Right.
So I guess you can go like punch, and then combo into the interactable.
Right.
Most projectile background interactions can now have their trajectory lowered by holding down, which makes them harder to low profile.
Right. It's definitely something that came up a lot. So
yeah, you just crouched under everything, right? So. Adjusted the background collision at the ends of some arena, which would cancel out some profiles sooner than desired. I'm not sure what that means by profiles.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that's about.
Excuse me, man.
You're blowing up over there, man.
Need some water. I'll get some in a second.
Okay.
Added 2 more recovery frames after a blocked or missed attack while jumping backwards. So now jumping backwards is going to be a little bit weaker. So if they jump back in the corner and you run block, you can beat them up a little bit easier. Adjusted the throw immunity of most special moves. I don't know if that means they gave them more or less.
Good question.
They didn't say. Increased combo damage scaling after a throw tech. So is that like for the ones where like if you throw tech into the ice clone?
I imagine so. By the way, Cyber Sub-Zero can also do that.
Oh yeah.
So when you're doing your full screen 50-50 into the low ice bomb that blows up, or if you're running up for the grab instead. Either way, you got the combo, man.
That's awesome.
I guess. We'll see.
Combos do not end after a meter burned throw at the end of a match. I don't know. Does that mean like when you kill someone and then it's like finish them and then you grab them and meter burn it? Do they just fall over?
You know what? I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see. Some hit sparks are now red.
Oh no! You know what that is? So at the end of a match, when you reset the opponent with so they're in the air, you grab them, then you do the standard reset. That means that you can continue into other stuff for brutalities and whatnot.
Oh,
like if you want to set up brutalities, I think that's what it's specifically for, if I recall correctly.
Interesting. Okay. This one's really cool. Hit sparks are now red when a move connects during opponent's recovery frames. So you'll actually see true punishes now.
Yep.
So they probably took that idea from KI, right? Because they added the punish.
Probably so.
Fixed some incorrect frame data in the move list. Adjusted many combos which were inconsistent if the player and the opponent were not both chest to screen or chest away from screen. Thank you.
Indeed.
That was the one combo that drove me nuts with Dragon Naginata stance.
That's
that
right.
did not work unless they were like, because the problem is I would do this combo in the corner that ended with the spear,
Right.
and depending on whether it was this, or this, I would either end up in back or front, and it annoyed the hell out of me.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's one of the ones fixed.
Right.
Added 3 more frames to the throw tech window.
Good.
Throws are a little
Throws
less
were
powerful.
super powerful.
Right.
Still good though.
And a tech throw at the beginning of a match will no longer grant first hit bonus. So if you tech the throw, you do not get the meter.
So basically, these changes make it so that defense is a little bit more viable. The lack of meter building, because look, a lot of the great pressure in the game was button EX hat.
Yeah.
Right?
Button
That kind of thing.
EX Tanya Sleep Fest.
Right, exactly.
Uh-huh.
So now that stuff is less common. So the offense is going to be a little bit more interesting, I expect. And defense is going to be less horrible.
That's actually really cool.
I really like that change.
Because really, honestly, a lot of times when I watch MKX, it really just felt like it was just like meter.
Yeah.
Meter.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it didn't feel like it was kind of this precious resource.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? Especially because I remember in MK9, I loved it because meter was super precious in that game, and so it really felt like this really smart resource management kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And in MKX, there's definitely, like you said, a lot of situations where it's just like meter, okay, just use it because it's better off, you know.
For sure. So I really like those gameplay changes. I think that's really smart stuff. When it comes to the individual characters, I don't know. We need to go into everything.
Ferritor.
What do they do to Ferritor?
Dude. Okay, so they nerfed a couple of things to Ferritor.
Yeah.
So first of all, towards punch, that launching thing, apparently you can't do 2 of them in one combo anymore, so you can't pick which side they go on, right? And his low jab is now -6 instead of -3. So his low jab is not abusable as it was before. But man, I looked at some of these other things and I was like, what the hell? So you remember the little the Farah follow-ups that you could do, right?
Yeah.
That you were messing with in the beta, but stuff like what was it, like down plus back punch, which is the uppercut, right? Which is his uppercut. I'm not mistaken, right? Because I had to read this like a bunch of times to make sure. It went from -11 to +4.
Okay, but it's like 20 frame startup or something crazy.
Yeah, I know,
It's
but
a high.
But you can combo off of his, right? I mean,
that's true. You can.
Combo mid-screen.
So what? If it got better by 15 frames by getting rid of the recovery, then that could be cool. That could make for cool combos.
Right. And not only that, but I mean, you could already combo.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But you could probably do cool stuff.
Yeah, that's true now, yeah. But I mean, even still though, I mean, now I can uppercut you, so I can do a cross-up punch into an uppercut, and then I get pressure. Like, I don't know, that just seemed really good to me.
They buffed him, man.
Yeah. His sweep went from -17 to -6. So the sweep is a lot better now. Away, like down, let me see here. Away plus back kick. That was the one, I can't remember which kick that one was. But I remember that he also had, let me see, yeah, towards and back. That one's kind of sad. That one made me sad.
I think the biggest one is
the boulder one. So Lackey Tor. So
Yeah.
he does have improvements in Lackey.
Yeah, he
mode.
does. Yeah.
The boulder is now -6 on block, the EX one, so I can use it to get in because -6 is mostly safe.
Yeah, you're
in
legit,
MK,
yeah.
right? So now I can use that to get in because before when I couldn't get in, you know, it was like and I'd EX boulder and die anyway. So I don't know. There's just a lot of like neat little.
In Vicious, I think it is, he throws Farah and then can meter burn it.
I think
right? Or is that Ruthless?
Enhanced Veritas. I think that just might be for both of them. Yeah, added little one slide, enhanced Bowl Girl. Are you talking about the low one?
Yeah,
that's the
because that means that you get super big combos.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still sad that it seems like Lackey might not be that much better than the other two, or still the worst out of the 3. But
I don't know. I think all of those characters, all those variations are good. You know, they just, in general, I think that they made pretty smart changes.
They said that all sweeps got better, so it's not just Ferritor.
Okay, that's nice.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's nice.
Makes sense. Okay.
Go to Tanya. Just go there.
Oh. Okay, let's read off Tanya here. Away plus back kick has increased pushback, is now -7. Yeah, so they're right. Everybody's sweeps are better. Forward kick, back kick, so 3, 4 can no longer be cancelled on the first active frame. Tanya Kobojitsu. Reduced the block stun on Tonfa throw. Okay. Away plus Fierce Punch now has 10 startup frames, up from 9.
Slow. Still good.
Reduce the pushback on block from the last hit of Tonfa swipe. So that's Rekka, right? So that means you could actually punish her. She was always negative, but like nobody could actually hit it, right?
It was hard.
Yeah. And then away 1 plus, I guess 1 and 3?
Yeah, back 1...
Oh, 2 and 4.
Yeah.
Back 1, 2, and 4 is now -10 on block, down from -4. Dragon Naginata, increased damage of away plus back punch by 2. That's that super long stab, right? Increased damage of down away, back punch by 2. So that's cool. Pyromancer, remove 5 recovery frames from low and high fireball, remove 2 recovery frames from air. So they tried to make the other 2 stanzas a little bit more useful.
A little bit better, but most importantly, the boring stuff is a little bit worse than it was before. It's not terrible. You can still do it.
Right. That wasn't as bad as I thought she was going to get.
The reason I wanted to bring it up is because she was not overpowered. She was top tier, but like not ridiculous about it. Just boring.
Yes.
And so what they did is they gave slight nerfs to it. Totally viable still.
Right.
But if you want to play that style, you can still do it. But they also slightly buffed her other ones, again, without being ridiculous about it. I think that character is really well balanced. It's a good balancing choice to make slight nerfs to stuff that was not interesting, not even OP necessarily. Very good, but not OP. Just to make it more interesting.
Right.
And I feel like that's, again, part of what they're doing with making offense a little bit worse, meter building a little bit worse, defense a little bit better. Just like some slight tweaks here and there. I really like it.
Yeah,
I'm really excited to play
that. Actually was way different than I thought it was going to be. Like, I thought it was just going to be like, goodbye, Kobojutsu, like, you're done. No, that's actually surprisingly restrained.
Yes, agreed. Also, a general thing, you can combo into EX command grabs standing.
Oh, okay.
So you just do 1-1 EX grab if you want to.
Right. Okay.
That's cool. You've never been able to do that before. So that is a buff to all command grab characters. Shout outs to MKX.
Yeah.
I'm really happy about what they've done with MKXL. Again, obviously it sucks it's not on PC. We've gone over that before. Bad news. I wish it were not like that. But the game itself that they're putting out, the gameplay, very good. And you can actually play online against people now.
I mean, look, just like we've said about like Street Fighter V, if you bought that game and you feel burned, that's absolutely justified.
For sure.
Right? If you bought the PC version of MKX and you feel burned, that's absolutely justified, you know. But these changes look really, really solid.
Yeah.
It makes me super excited for the future of this game as a tournament game for this coming year.
Agreed.
I feel like there's going to be it seems like they've changed enough of it that it feels like it kind of feels very similar to like when Keats was going over the Season 3 changes, where it was like everything made sense. And they're really thinking about how to affect the pace of the game and such.
Yes.
You know, like the combo breakers in KI don't knock down the opponent anymore. It knocks them onto their feet. So the action gets back into it right away and stuff like that. You know, so, you know, the combo breaker system being a little more fair. You get the meter back quicker, et cetera, et cetera. So it feels like they've really thought carefully about the pacing of the game.
Yeah.
And so, and the changes, like I said, I expected way more hyper reactiveness to Tanya, so that's actually really good stuff. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing this, and I may just have to try to pick up some Ferritor again.
Yeah,
so,
you should. Let's
play some Lackey.
Let's do it.
Lackey Tour.
All right.
Too many games to play.
I know.
Too many games to play.
I gotta have at least Street Fighter V MKX. I'm hoping I like KI, and if so, I want to have those 3, man.
Dude, see, I want to play all 3 of those games, and I want to play Exert, and I want to play Unio ST when that comes out.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
You're right. Like, and then Tekken 7, when that drops, I want to get on.
Yeah, we're dead.
Finally give up my law practice. Nope. All right, anyway, what else is coming up? What else is happening?
So, one of the cool things is it looks like they've started cracking down on rage quitters in Street Fighter V. Hans has definitely tweeted out some hints that something's coming, and he even tweeted out today, he was like, we'll have news for you soon on what we're doing to rage quitters. somebody actually did say that they noticed someone who was a known rage quitter that he's seen online before. They look at their history, and it's like 6,000 BP, and then all of a sudden he had 500 BP.
Dang.
So they might have been punishing some people already. Someone else also I saw on an SRK forum say that they saw, like, they started beating up the opponent and it started slowing down and it looked like the guy was going to rage quit on him. And then the game continued forward and then he got his points. So I wonder if, like, maybe as soon as KO happens, they're trying to change it now. So if they rage quit, it doesn't matter. Or something like that. You know, apparently they're doing something.
Okay.
Something's happening. So,
okay.
But definitely they're responding to it. Hans has been talking about it a lot. So I'm actually, that's not the bad. He still has 500. The guy,
No, I think he's saying that's not bad. He still has 500.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought he was just like stuck on 500,
Dang,
which would have been best. Which would have been the best. So, but also another thing too is they've said that if you are seeing rage quitters, to use the share button on your PS4, record a clip, and tweet it to them. Because it's very easy to share a clip now. You just hit the share button, you record the thing, upload it to YouTube, to your account. Boom, send it to them, and then that way they can track down all of them as well. So I'm wondering if they're doing it so that they can, like, I'm not even sure if they're doing it so that you're reporting them so they can punish him. I'm wondering if they're using it as a way so if they can find all the rage quitters, they can calculate trends and figure out ways to mathematically figure out who rage quits a lot. You know what I mean? Like, look for win streaks with this, or you know,
some big data stuff. Interesting.
Yeah, so if you can point to them all the rage quitters, maybe they can find a good way to calculate it out or something like that. So.
Cool. That would be cool.
Also, people have been talking about the fact that these throw option selects, you can't crouch tech anymore in Street Fighter V, but apparently Eno, the famous CVS2 Japanese player, has refound Nerd Josh's tech from E3.
Yeah. At least the second time somebody's found it.
Yeah, that you can still throw tech in this game. PR Rog actually kind of was practicing it and got decent at it, but apparently it's frame perfect. Like, you literally have to hit, like, low strong and then jab and short, like, exactly 2 frames later, or the opposite order or something like that. So apparently it's not...
Yeah, button then throw.
Yeah, it's not that easy to do.
I've tried it. It's not that easy to do.
Oh, okay.
But,
so you've actually tried it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's doable.
It is, okay.
Oh, yeah.
But I wonder if they're going to try to figure a way out of it. Look, everyone's been finding all sorts of crazy, ridiculous option selects. I was finding a bunch of them even just when I was streaming yesterday. You know, like just finding like good ways to block Ken reversal EX uppercut and throw tech and still try to command.
Oh, cool.
You know, stuff like that. Again, you can't get away from option selects. Like, people always want to say, oh, Street Fighter 4 had too many option selects, like the game programmed option selects into the... No, you can't get away from it.
It's just an abuse of the system.
People are too smart. Option selects exist in every game. It's impossible to get... I mean, it is possible to get away from it, but you'd end up with a very boring game. Let's just put it that way.
Sure.
So, you know...
the thing about the sort of crouch tech, whatever you want to call it in this game, button, option select, throw tech, is that buttons like that are just not as good as they were in Street Fighter 4.
Okay.
A crouching short is not that great. A crouching jab is not that great.
Yeah, most crouching shorts cannot lead into any significant combo in this game.
Right, and crouching jabs will, for most characters, maybe you get jab, shoryu or something, but not much, not much.
And from even like max range of low jab, you can't even get jab into something.
Right.
You know?
And all that stuff gets eaten by mediums and fierces and roundhouses.
Right.
Just by the priority system, you risk getting crush countered in just the same way as if you had pressed throw tech in the first place. So, I mean, it's useful for sure. But it's not as useful as before.
Right, it's not going to be what it was before, for sure.
Yeah, when I was saying most characters don't get real stuff out of jab, Chun-Li, exception. But the character is pretty good.
It's really good. One of the very, very cool announcements that came out of Anime Ascension was that Axis announced that they are doing something very similar to Street Fighter V, and that if you pre-order Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator for PlayStation 4 on PSN. You get access to a playable demo and exclusive colors. So they're actually going to be doing the same thing. They're going to be doing some beta testing as well. That's so cool. So
sure.
The game is coming out on June 7th. So I don't know when let me see, pre-ordering
has not yet started.
Yeah, it does not started, but that means we get access to it earlier. I hope Johnny's there.
I'm in there, yeah.
God,
definitely get that.
I'll be so happy if Johnny's there.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, it's like I said, I just watched a Korinchu video from Japan. He's like their best Johnny player. And just watching the way Johnny moved just looks so familiar, and it just like I just started like smiling, and I was like happy. It was like seeing your best friend that you haven't seen for a while. So
okay, that's good. I'm glad.
I'm still
happy
mad that I
you.
did not play Xrd much at all, so I'm happy about Revelator. Okay. They also did finally. So they kept announcing all these new weird, wacky characters, like we mentioned. You know, like the Korean girl in the giant old man outfit.
Yeah, Coom
and then Raven. Yeah.
By the way, Raven looks super sick.
I haven't seen a lot of him actually, so I didn't get to see the demo was he there playable at Anime Ascension?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I did see there's a short video, just what is it, the trailer or whatever, that has a little bit of gameplay in it.
I haven't seen that
and
yet.
then I also saw a more in-depth breakdown that somebody had just written up that sort of talks about it. He has an excitement system where when he gets hit or when he tries his little parry, if you hit him, he gets excited, and even if you don't, it's like he gets he screams something like "You're not looking at me" or just something something like that. I forget what it is. And he gets excited too. He's like this masochist.
That's actually.
But he's also
cool.
a zoner, and he has a command grab that doesn't work right next to him, but it does work farther away.
Interesting. Okay.
He seems to have some really cool options. Yeah. I'm gonna check him out.
But you always remember the character that won that poll was Dizzy. And
yes.
So everyone was like, where the hell is Dizzy? Well, they finally, they had a silhouette of her and something, but they finally said now in a recent trailer, Dizzy coming soon. So, yeah, there it is. So, officially announced that Dizzy will be shown very, very soon. So,
cool.
There you go. As we mentioned, Dead or Alive 5, Team Ninja's doing a really good job keeping the game alive with their year-long tournament. New character, Samurai Warriors Naotori Lee, or is that IE? Because that's not a capital L.
I guess you're
anyway,
right.
Kicks her way into Dead or Alive 5. Yeah, I think it is IE.
I think you're right.
Yeah, so I guess that they're adding a new character to the game, Dead or Alive. So definitely check that out.
All right.
I'm just trying to see if she costs money or if she's a free character. Set to receive a new guest characters. I don't see anything about cost, so it might just be a free character that you get.
That'd be cool, man.
Okay. And finally, not much from community news. Not like last few weeks where we've been seeing all sorts of like flowcharts and all these cool videos coming up. A little bit more sparse. Maybe everyone's playing this week or something like that.
Yeah.
But I did do the training mode thing yesterday. My God, I thought I was gonna I seriously thought that was gonna be just like hour long. I talked about the training mode for almost like 2.5 hours or something like that. It was ridiculous. Like,
let me know how you want me to cut that up.
Yeah, I need to look through that and figure that out myself, to be honest with you. So, but I do have that. That should be up soon. The last week's video is up, and I've been getting a lot of good positive feedback on that, so I'm super happy. You've been uploading a lot of match videos, which is really cool, including showing how amazing Flo is for an hour. Dude, Flo is ridiculous.
Flo is so good.
He's so good.
Video games. Well, fighting games.
Yeah, he's so not at video games.
Not platformers.
Not video. Yeah, exactly.
But dude, he is so good. And when I play him, I constantly have to remind myself that he's. I'm playing like one of like maybe the top 10 most talented players in North America.
Yeah.
Don't beat yourself up too hard.
Oh, so some people are saying that the Dead or Alive character is going to be $3.
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay.
But we have been putting a lot of content out. I want to thank people who have donated to us and such. We do have a Patreon down here and PayPal and subscribing to Twitch options. But thank you to everybody. So for sure, check those out if you want. If you're finding all of our content cool.
Please do.
I hoping to play some more online matches because I know you did 4 character tutorial things.
Yeah.
I want to play some more Mika online. I want to play some more Cammy online, so I could do some of those videos as well for those characters. In the meantime, Mr. Sajam, Superman Sajam, has completed his. He has put out a video for all 16 characters. They're on every wiki page now on the Shuriken.com wiki. They're all there. He's also going to start with the next 4 characters in Mortal Kombat. So he's going to be doing character breakdowns for those 4 characters as well.
Smart man.
So that'll be coming out very soon. But outside of that, Momochi is actually starting to teach a bunch of people some stuff too. I haven't seen the video yet, so I'm going to assume it's all in Japanese. So I don't know if it has any sort of English subtitles or anything like that, but I know he released a video. This one says it's number 2 for Ryu. I'm pretty sure his number 1 video was Ken. I think he has one out for Ken.
I know he has one out for Ken,
Yeah, so Momochi is also doing some lessons as well. Daigo Umehara, of course, has been streaming once a week. He had another stream just recently, and still looking like he's playing mostly Street Fighter 4 Ryu, but like we mentioned earlier, seems to be picking up a little more Street Fighter 3 style.
Looks better.
Eventually, it'll get to that Street Fighter 5 level.
Yeah, he's looking good.
Yeah. Ken was number 3. Interesting.
Ken was 3. Okay. By the way, Zach says that English subtitles are in there.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Yeah, because I remember seeing some people saying they learned a lot of good stuff from the Ken one.
Cool.
So. Well, there you go. That's all I have for community news.
He also wanted me to look at a tweet that I have loaded up.
Okay.
And I will look at it now, and you can see what my expression is, I guess. It's Q and Hugo are on the screen.
Okay, is there a translation of it? Because it's all in Japanese.
I mean, not really.
Read the translation.
Sure. Commentary, parentheses, diffusion, and close parentheses. Hope. It gets worse. Hope, quote, is the original story from Oil Country's Vu. Putting in P moving big catch suddenly, said Higa. Rice also do not know the principles. Does anyone know? Please tell me. Boring anymore, because I don't desire throwing in stuff somehow. Drilling Fusuru. Hatchet? Thanks, James. This is good. I'm glad we did that.
Oh, man.
Commentary. Diffusion? Hope is the original story from Oil Country's Vu.
I feel like if this was still in the day and age where people put SIGs in emails, I feel like I'd have to put that in there.
Right, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. That'd be your SRK SIG for a little while.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
Hope is the what?
Hope is the original story from Oil Country's Vu. Vu, V-U.
I just like hope is the original story. There you go. So.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Okay.
I think I didn't see it. What is this? What happens here? Oh, he did some crazy carry cancel? Hold on.
Oh, whoa.
You see the range on that same
Yeah,
DB?
Q's command grab. It looked like he twitched forward a little bit.
Yeah, it's like half screen. Oh.
New tech?
What's happening?
I don't know.
Oh, well, we can find out. Hope is the original story from Oil Country's Vu.
Diffusion?
That's interesting. How is that happening?
I don't know. He's like crouching, standing. He's like doing this wiggle thing, so.
Well, I'll have to look into that, but apparently Q can get a half-screen command grab in Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
People still finding tech.
Interesting. Oh man, is it going to be a T-Hawk syndrome? Is it going to be top tier now a little bit? No.
Dude, it was so funny because I saw this video of like, I just saw a Third Strike video where someone was glitching the game by having, I guess they timed it perfectly so that 12 is morphed. And then, like, right when the timer runs out, I guess, like, they do a move and he starts to unmorph or something, and then it's like, time over! So, like, with Alex, he does, like, the stomp, and he freezes in the air in the squatting position and just starts, like, floating across the screen. It's just like, making these weird 12 noises, and he freezes and everything.
I've never seen that.
And it's so funny, because I just saw that, and, like, I just think about, like, whenever people show, like, that Vega when he flies away. You know, when he hits Chun-Li with the rose and he flies away.
He keeps going.
And a whole bunch of people are like, man, this poorly made game. And I'm just like, dude, fighting games are the hardest games to QA ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Because there's just so many dumb interactions that you have no idea. So.
I mean, the full release of Third Strike, we've known about freezing glitches since early.
Yeah.
First couple years.
It's like when 12 does the dive through, like Oro's EX Fireball. Doesn't he like freeze and then that's it?
And then there's one that's super common. It's like Ken kills Makoto with neutral grab or something like super obvious.
Then there was the
something like that.
Remy throwing Urien while the Aegis reflector is on him, right? Yeah.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff.
It's just all over the place, dude. You can't do anything about it.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna tell you one of people's most favorite fighting games of all time. We've even just talked about it today. Has the most glitches I've ever seen. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That game is busted. Okay, sure. That game is busted. I mean, there are glitches that they had to ban from tournaments because it was just that's how easy to do. Like literally, if you use Gambit and it was fight and you hit him with low short, low forward, that's it. You won. You won the game because you would just snap him out because you start with 1 meter. Snap him out, go off the wall, fly off the screen, and then
and you're out of there.
Yeah, that's it. You win by timeout. Yeah. Like, they had to ban that right away. Yeah. And that was found, like, instantaneously, dude. Yeah. Like, when you watch those old combo videos for that game, it was always, like, busted thing after busted thing. And eventually, like, Magnetro had, like, the coup de grace with the combos with all 3 characters, like, beating up on one guy. Like, there's just, like, ridiculous stuff. Yeah. So, oh, man.
Well, I'm definitely going to look into this Q stuff. Thanks for the link. Other than that, are we about done?
Yeah. This week on Thursday, maybe, I might try to stream some more. I might try to do some more First Attack lessons. If not, then I may just stream myself playing online. Because I really need to play this game more.
You should just play a lot.
Yeah, because I haven't been playing at all. I barely played this game, and it's really making me sad.
You got to play it.
Yeah, I know, because it's fun.
It's fun. And also you have to play it because it's your side job.
That's true, too. Oh, man. All right, cool. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And, yeah.
All right, have a good night.
Have a good night, guys. Peace.